What's going on, guys? This is the Wet Shavers Roundtable episode number 42. We are recapping the Big Shave West 2016, Big Shave West number 2. And today I am Rico's Corner, here from Rico's Corner, back for this special episode. And we've got Douglas Smythe, the captain of How to Phoenix Artisan, Accoutrements.com, and Crown King. And then we also have the clean shaver, Scott Ostmiller. How you doing, sir?
Hey, everybody.
So today we are talking about the Big Shave West, and I wasn't planning on hosting this, but they put me on the spot. But no big deal. We're here to chat. We're here to have some fun. We're here to talk about the Big Shave West. So
for the last time, until next year.
Yeah. If you guys aren't tired of it already, but I think it's been really, really cool. My first time at the Big Shave West, I had a blast. All the people that were there, I was amazed. Like, the show didn't even officially, it started at 11 o'clock, 11 to 6. And I think I got there at 10:40 a.m. and it was packed. Like, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
And what did you say, Douglas? The total number you think, head count?
364?
Something like that.
It was a lot.
No, but that's what I heard from some. But then I've heard other people say 500, around 500. I don't know. People who attended it those of you in the audience today that were attending or in attendance, please let us know what you think the number was. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, I should have had a click counter and someone standing at the door, as I was talking about doing before the show. We never ended up doing this. Something a little more zen this way. But the fact is, it was packed. Mm-hmm. And another fact is, Rico's Corner was on the scene, but he didn't tell any of us.
Yes, because here's the deal. I kind of was pulling a con like he did in New York. But two, I just wanted to show up and hang out. Like, Douglas was like, "Oh, you could have been in the flyer," and I was like, "Nah, I just want to hang out. I don't need to do any of that. I just want to be there and experience it." Which the irony of that, though, was if you go back and watch kind of my video as I'm walking through, I'm trying to just make my way, show people what's going on at the thing, and I got stopped so many times. It was kind of it was kind of embarrassing in a way and humbling at the same time. Of, "Hey, Rico, I watch your videos," and I don't know who this person is. I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you, nice to meet you." So it took me like 24 minutes just to get around the hall, and it wasn't, the space itself was not really big. Like, it's
5 rooms.
Yeah, 5 rooms, and they were all kind of small. In all reality, you could have, if you wanted to hurry, you could have got through like in 2 minutes, like just walked around real fast. But there were so many people there. I got to meet Ryan Stephen Green, which was fantastic. Darren Seibert was there, which was amazing. Nobody knew he was coming until he got there.
I did.
Yeah, well, I technically.
See, he's a true friend, Rico. He told me.
He told me too, but
a week ahead of time.
Well, I think I told Con and David Munoz, who said he was going to pick me up from the airport, but then his work schedule didn't work out. So we took the worst mistake you can make in LA. I found out. Do not take
just renting a car.
No.
Flying into LAX.
Well, that too, but don't take a cab anywhere. It was like $100 from LAX to Pasadena. $94 actually, and some change.
What about Uber? Did you check the prices for Uber?
I think Uber was a little bit cheaper, but I didn't use it because where I live, we have it, but everybody's got a car, so you don't really need it. And
sure.
So I don't use Uber, so I should have.
Yeah, for $100, you should have rented a car.
Yes,
honestly,
yes. But the way people
could have saved all of us.
The way people drive in LA, no way. LA's people are psycho down there.
Navigation.
Or you could have contacted me beforehand and told me you were going to be there, and I would have picked you up wearing the cap is that, carrying your luggage.
That would have been, yeah. More like you'd make Fran carry my luggage. So,
don't start that rumor. But yeah, no, it was the most epic event, and it saddens me because, as we predicted, based on last year, it goes by way too fast. And I too was having trouble making it from one room to the next, and I was running around. I was working it the entire time, and I couldn't get where I needed to be half the time. And I was working right up to the time of the gates opening, which was supposed to be at 11, but they were people there at 10. So I was still trying to set up microphones and everything else. It was craziness. And so I never had a chance to just like relax and like take it all in. And I knew it was going to be like that, but maybe some year I'll hire Rico to do what I was doing instead and pull his hair
well,
out.
That would be cool. The other thing you guys may or may not have noticed, and some of you already know this because I met some of you there, I don't have a beard. That was something. So
or a mustache.
Yeah. So to explain the story really quickly, I was going to shave my beard off in January, but I kept getting people sending me beard oil products and beard stuff. And I was like, you know what? When I started my channel, it was about beards. It was about shaving. It was about coffee. It's about all this stuff. But for whatever reason, people in the shaving community get really weirded out when you grow a beard. I don't know why. I don't know why they're more concerned about my beard than their faces. But yeah. So I kept it. And then Bailey kept giving me a hard time because my mustache kept getting bigger and bigger. And you know what he says about mustaches. So he challenged.
It's projection, though.
Yes.
It's projection.
Yeah, exactly. So he challenged me to shave off my beard for $50, and he would donate that to Luke, the Cybert Strong Fund, and which was awesome. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to shave it off anyway, so I'm going to hold you to that. So, but to make it more interesting, let's extend this out. And I made a video encouraging people to donate, and then when we got there, it was extra special because Darren was there. I told him what I was about to do, and he bent over almost crying. He was like, "You're shaving your beard off for my son." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's a good cause." And I mean, I was going to shave it off anyway. So I got to get back to real shaving at some point in time, even though I really did enjoy the beard. Yeah. And then I let Darren know, Damon, Stathatos, know what I was going to do and asked if maybe I could make an announcement because somebody suggested to me, hey, why don't we see if we can maybe get a little more money since you're doing this here? So I made the announcement. It all kind of fell into place like perfectly because none of this stuff was quite planned out right. Mm-hmm. But I got to the barbers, like they worked me in because they found out what I was going to do. And they were like, yeah, okay, we'll work in. We'll make this happen. And they were
in the audience. The barber chair was set up in the audience in front of the round table.
So in the round table and me getting my beard shaved off just happened to concur at the same time. And Khan was going to film it for me, but he was on the round table on the panel. So I had Christian Levesque record some stuff for me. So I'll have a video of that soon. And there will be more video of that soon with the Razor Emporium stuff, which is going to be awesome.
The documentary and even the round table. Which because you were on the round. Ryan Stephen Green was interviewing Rico as he was getting shaved.
So first I gotta say thanks to Damon. If he by chance gets a catch of the show, I have to give him a big thanks and something he probably doesn't want to announced. But after I made the announcement, when the round table was going on, he walks up to me. He slips me $100 in my hand.
I saw that.
Yep. He said, "Give this to Darren after you shave off your beard." So I put it in my pocket, got my face shaved off, which was the most surreal experience ever. So I'm a guy who, was on the round table and I'm sitting here listening to these guys live while getting my face shaved. And I had 30 people with cameras all surrounding me. Like it was bizarre. It was really awesome. Bizarre. But Vincent, I believe, or Victor or Vincent. I don't know too many people's names with V. So I think it was Vincent the barber. I believe Vinny. Yeah, Vin.
Oh, so was he like Omar owns the place.
No, I think Vincent owns the place. I could be wrong. Christian, if he's out there, he will know. But Omar was like the cool. He got the tat sleeves, and he was in a rockabilly band. And anyway, they both were awesome guys. Yeah, and I had a great shave. He whispered in my ear.
I love you.
No, he bent down and said, "I'm gonna leave the mustache. That's its own process." So he left the mustache, and then he puts a mirror up to me. He said, "What do you think?" I said, "Looks great." And then I kind of cried, and then he took it off, and then somewhere along the shave, and I'm not gonna let you live this down, Scott. I hear something about punching pigeons. And both of us had to stop. He pulled the razor from my face, and we're both cracking up laughing. And then somewhere in the middle of that, Ryan Stephen Green's like, "Okay, halftime, guys. Let's go check in on Rico, see how he's doing." Puts the microphone at my face, says, "How's it going?" And it was a lot of fun. Really, really cool. So that was exciting. It was for a good cause. I think a lot of people donated more money for the Cyberts, which was fantastic. So to all you that donated, thank you for that.
Yep.
Thank you to Damon at Old Town Shaving for such an awesome event. Thank you to Douglas for helping put this whole thing together. Thanks for Scott, for everybody that was there. It was just good time, amazing time.
Fun.
And I noticed you said hey to Gail. She's awesome.
Gail's here.
And I feel kind of a kinship to her because we come from the same state, so pretty cool. So hey, Gail, if you're out there, good to see you.
And Darren's watching right now. He just said hi.
Hey, Darren, how you doing? I'm there. We are Okies. Yeah, we are Okies. Yep, we are.
You are okay.
I really messed with somebody in LA. They said, hey, where are you from? I said, Oklahoma. And they said, okay. And I go, yeah, exactly. And they were like, what? You know.
That's as witty as Rico gets to people. It's really so. Okay, Rico, you're coming at this for the first time this year. You don't know what to expect. You're keeping your mouth shut that you're even showing up. Now, I mean,
you seem bitter about that.
Yeah. Anyways, no, but I mean, what was it to you? I mean, like, what was your experience? You can say it's awesome, but really, let's get in there. Same thing with you, Scott. Yeah. Scott, you didn't spend enough time hanging out with me, by the way. Either I thought you were going to be there longer.
I know. I was in and out real quick, unfortunately.
This is what I mean. I didn't have enough time to hang out with anybody, really, except for Khan, and that just gets obnoxious after a while. Oh, my God. That accent. I'm sorry. Go on.
That really wears on you.
Like we said earlier, I think it went by way too fast, like 11 to 6, and I was there 20 minutes earlier. Did not feel like 10:40 to 6 in the afternoon. Went by so fast. But there were so many great people I met, people that watch my videos, people that just enjoy the hobby.
Darren.
Don the Navy Goat was there, which was really kind of cool to meet him. I think he was only there for a short time. Yeah. I kind of wish I was able, because I was watching Zach, I was watching your video earlier today, which was excellent. Yeah. And it was kind of cool seeing your video because he was kind of like real kind of relaxed and just kind of walking through and stuff. And I wish I had more time to do that, to actually go to booth and actually talk to the vendors. And, but yeah, when I did get to talk to the vendors, everybody was so cool. Everybody was super nice. There was a lot of people that actually seemed interested. I think we had quite a few people that weren't into wet shaving, but kind of showed up wanting to know what is this thing all about. There was a lot of ladies there, which I was kind of surprised that were like really into the shaving stuff. And like, so it's kind of cool seeing the hobby grow.
Thank God.
The community grow. There was a bar there, so there were some people getting messed up.
Yes, there were. I think Jeeves can attest to that. Where is he?
But overall, it was just like Chicago. Chicago was great. It was a fun time. But Chicago, because I don't know, it's just different. Everybody was more centralized. So it's like we got more time to hang out with people. The event was planned out to be pretty much all day. So it was like a lot more time to actually enjoy talking to the vendors and seeing what's going on. Yeah, like Nathan Clark, Charkey. I'm forgetting so many people. David, who should be here at some point in time.
Yeah. Stubble Trouble.
Stubble Trouble. They were awesome. They were
so fun. Rob and Jen,
if they're watching, I love those guys. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
It was just such a fun time. It was exciting. It was fun. It was new products. Like I got Mickey Lee's Rubies. What is this? Ruby Green. Oh, man.
Nice.
Smells like a tomato garden. Like it
does smell just like a garden.
And all the people at Old Town are fantastic too. They were like super cool,
guys,
super knowledgeable. I picked up stuff that I just never had tried. I should have, like Mitchell's wool fat. I just got that for the first time, and I've been doing this I don't know how long now, but it was just,
I've learned it's better to come at Mitchell's wool fat once you get a couple of years in you.
Yes.
It'll take you less time to learn how to lather it. Trust me.
I've still
lathered it. No problem. It's easy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had a great time. Yeah. There was I know some people that couldn't make it. Like I think who am I seeing? Angela and her dad, I guess, couldn't make it, which I was kind of bummed. I wanted to meet them because they always are like showing off product and stuff. Hey Darren, how you doing? Yeah, Darren's in the house. Fantastic.
And he agrees with me.
Yeah. But
finally, cool. We're back in agreement.
Yo. So yeah, I just had a good time. I guess Scott, I'll throw it your way. What did you think?
I had like no idea what it was going to be like when I really had no.
You looked shocked when you showed up at the party.
I was a little bit shell-shocked. Granted, I'd been on the plane like all day.
Fair enough.
But so I kind of talked about this in my video that I posted about it. But I got off the plane and went straight to Pasadena, caught an Uber out there, and then ended up at Damon's house. And walked in, and it's getting dark, and so I can't see everybody's faces. But I turned around, and there's Douglas, and then there's David, and then there's Rico, and then there's Con, and then there's Charky, and like all these people. And I'm just like, you're all real people.
Yeah,
and there's bodies attached to you.
Yes,
because you see everybody through this digital lens, and yeah, we see people in boxes. And it's
people in boxes.
Yeah, talking heads, like Steve said.
Yeah.
And you get around and you meet these people, and you're just like, dang, this is a really cool thing. And then the next morning, so I'd never been to.
You all wake up together.
Man, yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
So, yeah, I won't try and make a joke off of
that. Punching pigeons.
Punching pigeons. So then, the next morning, showing up to Damon's place, like you walk in, it's just this little storefront area up front, and you think, oh, this is it. But then you walk through, and just boom, everything is like, It was just amazing. And I could have spent days in Damon's shop.
Yes,
just smelling everything and touching and feeling it. It was just fantastic. I was like a kid in a candy store.
Truly,
it really was amazing.
Yeah,
especially that brush cabinet. Oh my gosh, amazing.
The very expensive cabinet.
He was cracking up at Con and I because we were geeking out. He took us to his office like we were there the day before, and when you said, when you walk into that place, you're shocked at how big it is. It just keeps going and going, and you're like, holy smokes, how big is this building? And he took us to his office, and he pulls out all these Y-bar brushes, and we're sitting here geeking out, and he's laughing at us because he's like, yeah, I used to be that way too.
He still is.
Yeah. But anyway, it was just awesome. I mean, to go around and meet everybody, and it's like Rico said, we were there for 7 hours, but it did not feel like it at all. Like if we ever do this again, I almost want to make it like a day and a half event, like all day Friday and then into Saturday, just because it flew by. It really did. It was so much fun to just talk shop with people and shake hands and yeah, it was a blast. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, we need to plan it better next year so you get there earlier, Scott, and have a little more time to hang out, because that's what it is. All these meetups are like that. I say don't plan for just that day of the meetup. Plan for like a day before and a day after the meetup to really hang out with people, and because it's more about the trip in itself than just the day of.
Yeah,
for me,
absolutely.
For me, it was surreal for me because it was my first meetup where I was bone sober the entire time.
Which is actually, he was also on some kind of drug because he was sick, like an antibiotic. And he was like walking around, I feel great. And I was like,
I was like James Brown, I feel good. And, it's funny because every time I travel, this is when you're getting old. Every time you travel, you end up at a walk-in clinic. And it's not for me. Usually I'm with somebody. I was with a friend in Roswell. I was with a friend in Austin. And now it was my turn at the walk-in. And it turns out I had like some light form of walking pneumonia. And so I got a Z-Pack and, just antibiotics. And
see you, Gail.
After the first, Gail, we'll check in with you next week. Thanks for joining us, as limited as it was. But so I took these antibiotics, and after the first day, I felt better than I had in like 2 years. So it turns out I needed antibiotics a long, long time ago. God knows what I had. So, and I feel great. Like, all types of problems are gone. It's amazing stuff. And so I had that going on. So I couldn't drink. And then there was the microphone issue. I was I put off renting mics for the roundtable until the day of. So that morning, I had to find the place first of all, and this place has been, I looked it up. It's been there since 1957. So I was like, okay, cool. They know what they're doing. Well, not only have they been there since 1957, the guy working there was the guy who started the place in 1957. Oh, so he was like 80 years old or more, and like everything was. So and he slow motion, and so he goes in the back to get me microphones, cables, stands, and this is at 10:30. Now, mind you, the show starts at 11, and so I was like, "Oh no! I'm sorry, this was 10 past 10." So I was like, "Okay, plenty of time. No need to worry here." But he disappeared in the back room for like 10 minutes. I thought he died. I was getting ready to go back there on heart attack patrol, but no, he was fine. Eventually, he emerged, and in that meantime, I noticed that they had megaphones on the wall. So I was like, "Oh, that'd be so cool if I came in with a megaphone and obnoxious." So you know me, and so I was like, "Hey." And I knew as soon as I said it, I was in for trouble. I was like, "How much are the megaphones?" And he was like, "Megaphones?" And he didn't even know they had them. He walked over to them. All of them, none of them worked. So he had to change the batteries in each one. This took forever. And at the end of all of it, they still didn't work. And then before I'm walking up there, he's like, "Oh, gotta test the microphones." And so I was like, "Oh God." So he's unzipping the pack of microphones, taking them over to a PA, plugging them in. Eventually, I hopped in between him and the microphones, and I started unzipping them and passing him one mic after another, just trying to speed up because now it's 10 of 11. It just should have taken probably about 10 minutes to do this. And so I get there like 10 of 11. Gates are already open. People are milling around. I'm trying to set up a PA system. First of all, I've always been the drummer in the band, so I don't deal with PA systems. But now here he is, the drummer setting up the PA. And luckily, it was very basic. And I got the job done. But I really, right up to the moment of doors opening, and I was running over, jumping over little old ladies like I'm at the airport or something like that, elbowing people out of the way to get to my table. And it was go, go, go from that moment on. So always intense and never, never any downtime. Never any time to really lean up against the wall and see what's going on. And I couldn't drink. On top of all of it, I could not drink.
The other thing that amazed me, which was really cool, the whole setup for this meetup is perfect because you've got an amazing venue. Oh, yeah. You've got amazing artisans.
I don't do
You've got a coffee shop that is stellar. It's one of the best across the street. But on top of that, in Stats, where Old Town Shaving Shop is at, they've got a restaurant. So if you're hungry, you can eat there. And then I think they had people cooking out or something outside. I'm not even sure because I didn't go out there. I was running around like crazy.
I heard about that too.
But yeah, I think all three of us were kind of nonstop.
They were cooking for a food ticket. If you bought the registration for the event, then you got a food ticket, and you could go to the restaurant. They were grilling tri-tip and chicken out on the barbecue.
Well, it was awesome. I mean, it was food. They had alcohol. They had drinks. They had coffee across the street. They had awesome shaving gear. Mm-hmm. Sharky was giving away samples. I shouldn't show this.
I got him.
Yes, I can testify.
Shoot, where are my samples?
It really did happen.
So,
thank you, Brian.
Samples.
Do you guys have any questions maybe about the event itself that we might be able to answer for you? If so.
Yeah, sorry, folks. I see some of you were asking questions. Typically, we'll do the show for 30 minutes, and the last 30 minutes we'll start opening up to questions.
Yep.
So now's your time to ask or to participate. For those that we were there, especially if you'd like to share some of your experiences.
Hedonism. Oh, man. In these soaps.
Hedonism is amazing, isn't it?
Fantastic.
The soap.
Yeah.
Soap.
Exactly. David Gonzalez, how you doing?
Hey, there he is.
Who is planning?
I don't see him.
Call in, David.
Meetup Q Brothers. I don't.
Oh yeah, I should probably say something about that. I'm not going to be at Chicago this year, guys. I'm sorry to say. I was really looking forward to that, and I was actually the one running it. But the inspector is now going to be running it. So talk to David. Actually, just you're gonna, if you have any questions or concerns, go to the Chicago Wet Shaving Meetups page. And it's now in David's hands. But what I was setting it up for was the meetup was going to be held at the hotel that we typically all stay in, which is attached to the bar. There's a great little room called the Wine Room, I believe. And it really is like a wine cellar. Maybe it's the wine cellar. Really cool place. So that'll be rented, and that's where it'll be at. But yeah, it's sad to say I won't be there this year. So have a good time without me. Drink for two.
Yes, I got that one too.
And look who decided to join
us.
us.
I don't know if I'm sorry you guys had time to sit around today, but we're getting in full swing of spring football. And my head coach sprung a lineman competition on me last minute. So I'm actually here. I don't know if you guys can see the background, but we got games going on.
Go Norwalk. Go Norwalk.
They let you hang out in the school zone? Go on.
You're stupid. I think I heard what you said. But yeah, I'm happy to report that my linemen, we dominated. So now we're just hoping that the passing league team could get it done.
So David got to do something really awesome at the meetup. Nathan Clark had an awesome booth. There was a lathe set up next to his awesome brushes, Envy Shave brushes. David, what was your experience with turning your first handle? I got to watch part of the video, which was hilarious.
You had to be there in person. It was ridiculous. That smile he's usually reserved for eating, but when he turned that handle, it was like a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah. Go on, David.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to say that may have been a highlight of my life there. And
I think it was.
The conclusion that came out fantastic. So brush turners beware. Once I get my own lathe, there's gonna be no stopping me. I was just incredibly impressed with my natural talent.
He was like a little kid.
We were all impressed with that.
He was like a little kid that got like the toy he's been begging for all year for Christmas. He's walking around, look at what I did. It was so funny.
It was an absolute blast, though. But I'll tell you though, since that point, I've been thinking about brush turning probably daily. It was a lot of fun, and I really want to pick that up. Luckily, it's not very expensive.
I think you need to pick up a lathe.
Sharp limited shaving brush.
I think for at least for my purposes, I could probably get a nice one for about $150, $200. So definitely not too bad.
Oh, yeah,
this will be awesome.
Yeah, I say go for it. Yeah. I've always wanted to do that.
Dibs on the first brush.
And something to look forward to is I've been talking to Robert Phillips of Local Gent, and we're probably gonna hook up one of these days soon, and actually do like probably a YouTube video, maybe even a live feed of him giving me some turning instructions there in his workshop, and I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. And of course, we'll probably barbecue afterwards, and have some good eats.
Of course, you will. Those were calendars for your garage. Sorry, answering your question.
Wait, there were calendars?
I was passing out sexy calendars.
Whoa, hey.
I do have a complaint about there was a real lack of cleavage there.
Yeah, well, I knew Scott was going to be there, and Ed's children and whatnot, so I had to, tone it down a little. And it was Fran.
Yeah.
But no, it was the most epic time. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey, we do every Saturday. Hey. What's up, my guys?
They seem tired.
Guys.
Yeah. You're working them too hard. But
they're like in the best mood right now because we just absolutely dominated the 3 teams we played against right here, or 2 teams. And so, everybody's in a cheerful mood.
I do have to say,
nice.
Christian Levesque took me around the last time I was there. I got to try some ramen, which was awesome. He took me to a Blue Bottle coffee, which was also awesome. And then we went to the coolest fragrance shop in the world called the Scent Lab. And it was amazing. They had every expensive fragrance you would ever want. But
I heard that place stinks.
So, but we're walking around. It's like 72 degrees in LA. No humidity and like this gentle breeze. And he said, yeah, it's kind of chilly and windy today. So what are you talking about, man? Like, hey, how's it going? There's the family.
Her.
You guys look really serious.
Rocio, David's talking about getting a lathe.
I'm not being a snitch right now. I haven't bought the news yet.
Yes, pronounce that. Enunciate, sir.
He's talking about getting laid.
Oh, boy.
Way to go, Scott. That was from the Mormon faction of the round table.
Whatever the heck you're talking about. He's going to get laid. Not a late.
Wait a minute.
Wow, that was a win-win for everybody involved.
Oh gosh.
Yep, there we go.
Oh man.
So, was it your first time meeting Peter in person, Scott?
Yeah, it was. That was a blast, man. He is surprisingly short.
It was awesome. It was my first time meeting Hitcharky too.
He's awesome though.
Oh yeah, he's a ball of energy.
Absolutely fantastic. Lovely guy.
Ball of energy.
Yeah, just his enthusiasm for the hobby is just contagious. It's fantastic. I love it.
And
punching pigeons and getting laid.
what did you think about? What did you guys think about taking the round table to the streets? I think after that we should definitely do a tour.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I don't have any.
What's going on over there?
Was there a picture of Matt next to Peter?
Oh,
and
man.
Matt Pasarcik is a extremely tall dude. Like he is.
He is. He's like 6'8" or something like that. He's really
He's
tall.
like 7'8".
And the infamous Gillette razor, the giant.
Congratulations to Matt Pasarcik, by the way. He and his wife had their baby yesterday.
Yeah. Congratulations to them.
Yep. Congratulations.
That's true.
David, what the hell are you doing?
Hey guys.
So that giant Gillette razor you always see Matt with, that thing is
real.
Heavy. Yeah, it's like really heavy.
It weighs like 20 pounds.
Yeah, it's like Thor's razor.
So I'm good to go now.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you're leaving us?
Hey.
No, I'm actually just finally ready. I've been trying to track down some headphones.
Oh, right on.
Gotcha.
Right on. Well, sorry, folks, we tried, but yeah. Jeez, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, just
how tall Matt was.
Yeah, I could talk about that all day. But yeah, no, I mean, it's really the entire event in itself was just, next year, I don't know what we're going to do next year to really top that. We had a lot of people that we had pretty much everyone. The only thing I'm sad about is Mantic couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Having him on the round table would have been great. Like that, the panel discussions. Yeah. This is what I liked about this year, especially, was the panel discussions rather than last year when it was just individual people doing like lectures here and there. Because it didn't engage anybody. It was like half the people talking, we didn't know who they were. Yeah. So this year to have everyone there, it was just like it was just this force to be with, and it was like energy bouncing off the audience. Back to the table and so on and so forth. I mean, it was almost a religious experience, especially for the table too. For the second topic, when Ryan was in the audience, like bearing witness to wet shaving or whatnot. I thought he was going to baptize someone at one point, but it was like it's really like pseudo-religious experience. And,
taking cat and like throwing it on people, sprinkling it.
Putting it on people's tongues.
Yeah, it was super cool. Stan from Above the Tie. Gareth from Rockwell Razors. There were so many people I didn't even imagine to ever meet. Todd from St. James of London, Gail from Edwin Jagger. Also, one thing that shocked me, Oscar was there, met his family. It was awesome. But it was like one of the first things that I saw when I walked in, as I kind of made my way through, I see Oscar's little kid bawling his eyes out. And I said, what's going on? And he's like, oh, yeah, Douglas had this giant alien thing that like freaked him out. And this kid was really freaked out by this, like,
I scare children.
Blow up alien doll. So
come on, it's an alien. I mean, like, it's me. What do you expect? I mean,
it was funny. But I'll tell you one thing that we may be able to improve on. Something that I really lacked this year is a straight razor presence. I know Grimm's Blade was supposed to come, they couldn't make it. I know Nathan Duwada was scheduled to come, but he didn't make it. And actually, I think that left a little bit of a void in the event and something that we could improve on going forward. Because we really missed out on that perspective. We had Rockwell and we have ATT, which are some of the top innovators right now in terms of double-edge razors right now. But we really, really lack that straight razor presence. And, personally, it bummed me out. But I just think that really could help going forward.
That was out of our control. Right. I mean, they were supposed to be there, and they couldn't.
Of course. But that's something that definitely can improve next year.
Yeah.
I did think it was pretty cool though. Like as far as straight razors go, they had Razor Emporium sharpening blades, which was cool to see. And then the fact like people got to witness like people getting straight razor shaves, which was really cool. I mean, for me personally, it was cool because that was my first actual straight razor shave. I'm a barber. But it was cool, I think, for people that are just kind of like curious to know what this wet shaving thing is and getting to watch that. That was super cool.
Absolutely.
It'd be maybe cool if the whole panel got straight razor shaves.
Yeah. Like a barbershop quartet shaving us as they're singing too.
And then we can just have Robert kind of, hey, how's it feel? Did he cut you? What's going on?
Yeah. No, that'd be great. All barber chairs. I'm going to look into that next year because 2 of those chairs were rented. Yes. If we start off early enough, we might be able to do something. That'd be hysterical.
That'd be cool.
But so people are asking, and they've been asking it since, and we've just been ignoring you. But it's about the Above the Ties new single edge. You know, all I'd say about that is it's awesome. I had it in my hand, and I'm not a single edge guy. So when I say that it's awesome, it's awesome. Like the weight is perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful razor. Poor Stan, he puts it in my hand like this in this plastic bag, which had separate compartments, and I didn't know it was open. So he's like, just puts it in my hand, and like I'm like tearing it open. He's like, no. I start tearing it open. There were pockets. There's no reason for me to do that, but like just the excitement alone. So I'm sorry, Stan, if you're watching. I didn't mean to wreck your bag, but the razor totally. And I think I dropped the head too. I don't know, something happened, but but it really, God, it was just it's a beautiful.
I spent like 10 minutes just holding that thing.
Just the handle.
Staring at it.
10 minutes looking at the handle.
Yeah, that little bamboo wave in there was just so like it's perfect. Yeah. And the head, the way it was designed, you could tell he put a ton of thought into that thing.
Yes, it's Douglas proof.
It's Douglas proof.
Yeah.
I was blown away by it. I can't wait to see how people in the market actually feel
That's
about
the
it.
one. I think my money's on that one. Like that is the one.
My money
it could be
is on the I don't know if you've already announced or not. Can I say anything about this? So I had bought this for a whole bunch of people. I gave it away. I did, and I've tried it in a pass around, but I never had it. And then when I went to go order it for myself, it was sold out. And I didn't want to buy a used one. I wanted a brand spanking new one from PAA. And Old Town had it. And then I'm like so proud walking up to Douglas, and then he says, I'm coming out with the satin one soon. You jerk. Yeah. But I'm going to probably get that one because I love this razor. So
satin one for like a whole year.
Yeah, you're going to love the satin one. I think in another week. I don't want to. People keep asking me and emailing me, and rightly so because it's been a while. But we have them all in. I want people to know that we have them. They're just not in stock yet. We have to do quality control on them, and then I have to clean all of them up with a Dremel and so on and so forth. So we want them to be perfect because I could easily put out the first 100 I've already cleaned, but then they're out, and then everyone's mad. I'm getting these hate emails that they missed it. So I have to wait until I have enough in stock to release them, so everyone will be happy at the end of the day. But we have them, and they will be coming out. Big Shave West put it original.
Yeah. When you first came out with this, I do remember everybody complaining it was light or something too light.
Not everybody.
Did you change? A lot of people were. I didn't see a big deal about it, but did you? Is this heavier now?
No. That's actually. Okay. I put more time into that handle. Like the handle is like it's. If you think about it like this, a lot of people come into this from cartridge razor shaving. So when they jump to like vintage razors, they just seem too small for them. So they immediately go for something large with their big hands and whatnot. And so they gravitate to these larger handles and modern handles and whatnot. But when you go to the vintage one, they're smaller and typically they're lighter. And I think of it more like an artist's pencil or like a machinist pencil, where like the small micro muscles in your fingers are doing a lot of the control action. So it gives you more control, especially with that grip and that knurling.
I love this handle, man.
I do too, and I'll defend it to the day I die. But so I say hang with that for a week for those of you out there that don't like the length of the handle or the size or the weight of the handle. But I'm telling you, it's more like a utensil than like this bulky, like clunky type razor.
You released the double open comb at a time where the custom stainless steel handles were really starting to lift off. It was a real big stainless steel craze for handles. So I think that's what got everybody obsessed with heavier, bigger razors. and that's why there was that little, not really a pushback because still people love the razor, but that's why I think that there was that complaint with the size and heft and the general length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obsessed with
I think heavier razors is the wrong way to go, actually, because some of my most favorite razors are light.
Yeah, I think,
and I actually disagree. I really like the heavier razors, but that's
yeah. Your miles may vary. Yeah, I'm a collector, so I like vintage pieces, and like they're typically shorter and lighter. And I mean, Bakelite. Some of my favorite stuff is Bakelite, and I know people will complain about that. But and again, I think it really comes when you're coming out of the cartridge world, where the plastic razors, the handles are longer. You want something that's metal, get some weight to it to fit in your hand. But I think if you just hang with a vintage razor for a little bit, you'll understand the methods, the madness behind it, and why a shorter handle and a lighter handle is sometimes better. And as I mentioned in the past, I actually prefer lighter razors in the summer. I don't know what it is about that, but in cooler weather, I'll go for the heavier ones. I'll even add some weight to the handles or make some Franken razors. But I like the lighter ones, and I don't know, it's something psychological going on there. But yeah.
Maybe. Well, and for anybody that's looking for a lighter, like really super high quality razor as well, did you guys see Stan's
Love it.
aluminum?
Oh yeah,
me and David were there for that.
One to see.
They were
No, I was the first. You were the second.
Fantastic. They're gorgeous.
No, I got there first before you. I seen it the day before.
I don't know, man. I remember being next to you and you acting surprised, unless that was just for me.
No, the thing that surprised me is I think the first time I see it, I didn't actually touch the machine work on the handle, and for the quality of grip and just the general the feel of the aluminum handle was just absolutely different anything else I've ever felt, and I was really surprised that with a lighter, relatively softer metal that they were able to get that knurling on it. It was just very different.
Yeah, it was so interesting because Steve's asking over on the side. Yes, it's a machined aluminum handle, just the same as the stainless steel, but it's aluminum.
Is that the Sidewinder? Is that what everybody's kind of talking about over here? The Sidewinder.
That's with Douglas.
Sidewinder.
But with the ATT one, it looks like when you look at it, you expect it to weigh a ton. Like even with the Colossus handle, that was the super long one. You expected it to be huge and heavy and bulky, and you put it in your hand, and you're like, whoa.
I'm sorry, but what's going on out here? I'm going to have to duck out, so maybe you guys could open up my chair. I'm going to have to take off. You're an asshole.
Well, we know that.
Catch you guys. I'll talk to you guys after I'm wrapped up everything over here, man. So have a good rest of your show, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody.
Hey, David, it was a pleasure meeting you, man. Again, for the second time.
Can't wait till the next time.
Yeah. All right, man.
Ciao. So yeah.
So
Rockwell razor too. We got to see the Rockwell in person as well.
So I was one of their original backers, and there was a whole kind of a fiasco with the thing. And I kind of, if you go back and watch that video, I'm very honest about the experience. I didn't enjoy the what do you call it? Crowdfunding. It's not what do you call that? I'm blanking. Kickstarter. I didn't enjoy the Kickstarter experience, but I do have to say it took as long as it took for me to actually get the product. The first razor I got from them was great. The one that they just sent me now, I guess to kind of make up for the first mishap that they sent to everybody that backed them, is now the production model razor, and it's awesome. It's a heavy, solid, well-built razor. The twist to open that they're about to come out with, I got to see the prototype and check that out. Looks solid, looks awesome. I know Mantic did a kind of a review on it. So I'm excited to see these.
Is Mantic in the audience?
New razors that are kind of old school, but really awesome. I didn't see Mantic.
He was in there
for a second.
What do we got here?
If he's here, then let's see if we can get him in. Doesn't look like he's on right now.
Yeah, no, it really. The Rockwell I was very impressed with, and the ATT. Both those, having Gareth and having Stan there. Actually, I had breakfast with both of them. I introduced them at breakfast, which is really cool because it was like the meeting of like Rockwell and Above the Tie. Like, how's this going to go down? And they're both just super nice guys. And it really there was no clashing at all. It was actually we had great conversations. It was very cool. And and that can only happen on the streets of Pasadena when there's something big, wet shaving going on that weekend. And that's how it was. You'd bump into people at different cafes.
Yeah.
Well, you'd bump into Rico at different cafes, but you'd bump into us at the lobby of the Marriott.
And if you're really fast, if you go from one cafe to the other, you'll see me there. Like
you might catch up to Rico.
Yeah. So maybe a quick game for everybody. I got a sample of Paraso Green, which I don't need, and I'm kind of wanting to piff it. So for anybody that wasn't there and doesn't know, and I'm just going to honor system this, but if you can guess the soap and aftershave that the barbers were using for the straight razor shave at the Big Shave West, let me know. First person I see to get it right, I will send you this sample of Paraso.
What was the question?
What was the soap and aftershave that the barbers were using at the Big Shave West? And it was really cool. It was really nice.
It seemed like it was meant to be, right?
It was. It was fantastic.
Alfine. Well, this was top secret, guys. It was only the people that attended the Big Shave West were privy to this knowledge, and now only the people that are attending this roundtable now are privy to this knowledge I'm about to drop. I don't know if it's really knowledge, but yes, Alfine as a soap is going to happen. We've been working our butts off trying to now I'm getting the love. Trying to find better sources or just like
he just did that to make his applause.
Yeah, exactly. JK. No, but it will be happening. Much like Sangre de Drago, we didn't think that was going to be a soap. Alfine is going to be a soap. So, and I don't care if you tell anybody right now. I'm trying to lose clues here and there, but I don't know if people are getting them or not. They think I'm just advertising the aftershave. But no, the soap is going to happen. 3.0 formulation of Alfine. So
it smells fantastic.
Yes, even Sharky can smell it.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go on, Scott. What you say?
And if you would like, can I announce this with our little collaboration?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you would like to
get what it was for a second.
If you would like to get in on getting the Alfine soap 3.0 version and the aftershave together, then make a donation to my son's fundraiser.
Nice.
You'll get in.
And where do they do that, Scott?
So they go to, I'll put a link over in the side here, but if you go to bit.ly, so it's a bit.ly link, bit.ly/Noah fundraiser, then it's there. So I'll put a link right here.
I'm going to teach Scott how to create custom domains to make it easier on people.
I know.
Whatever, thecleanshaver.com.
Hey, you showed me how.
No, that's great. I'll also put a link right here. Am I on the bottom to you guys?
Yeah.
So I'll put a link right here, right now. Boom, there it is in the edit. So, we'll get that to look forward to. But yeah, really great cause. In fact, you want a little more about that, Scott, while we still have time here?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So anybody that's been following me for a little while knows that my son has a rare genetic disorder. Our state association is doing a fundraiser for his disorder. It's called Prader-Willi syndrome. Wow. And last year we did a very, very successful fundraiser that we raised about $6,000 through the generosity of many people in our wonderful community. This year we've raised, I think we're coming up on about 1,200 so far. We still have another month until it ends, but we've had a lot of vendors that have gone ahead and offered to put some things up for raffle drawings. So Stan from Above the Tie has agreed to offer up a stainless steel razor of your choice. So it could be the M1, the S2, whatever you want, and whatever handle you'd like. And we're going to be drawing for that tonight. If you want to get in on that, then you have to put in a bid. You get one spot for every $5 that you donate. You can do that tonight up until midnight Mountain Standard Time. The entries will go in. So if you want to get a chance at Above the Tie for a lot less than you'd rather regularly pay for it, then you can do that. Cool. We've had other vendors that have been, Douglas has been generous enough to offer up the Alfine 3.0 and the Maxine aftershave. Dr. Mike's Shaving Emporium is offering up a soap and a lathering bowl of his that is actually really cool. And let's see, St. James of London is going to put up a shaving cream and aftershave, which if you guys got to smell their stuff at Big Shave West, it's fabulous. Everything that I smelled of his was just fabulous.
It's great stuff.
There's more stuff coming as well. But if you'd like to get in on that drawing, then you can. Looks like Zach. Thank you, Zach, for putting the link over on the side here. You can click on that and make a donation.
You know what?
Every $5 gets you one.
You also add one of my scuttles to that too, Scott.
Oh, awesome.
What I wanted to make the matching aftershave to the soap this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I would really have liked to have done that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Alphine, and we'll do a scuttle also for that. Try to make it happen for Noah.
Thank you.
Super cool.
Yeah. Yep, and you mentioned, the soap. We're actually gonna, if we can raise $6,000, then Chris Cullen from Kitty's Bubbles has agreed to make another soap for Noah. And this year, it's gonna be more accessible to everybody. We'll say for the scent, it's not going to be so polarizing as s'mores.
Yeah,
but it should be awesome.
That'd be cool, man. That's
very cool.
Great. So, quick question, Douglas: how did the strawberry oud soap do, and will we see an aftershave?
I think you already know the answer to that, Rico. Oh, are you reading someone else's question?
Yeah, somebody's coming.
Well, smell it, Scott. What does it do to you?
Oh gosh.
No, it's cool. It's not David. We're gonna get
It's really good.
I think it's really good too. I think it's really sexy, and I don't really care to toot my own horn, but this is more about sex wax. And I grew up surfing, so there's kind of like there's this connection there for me. It's just nostalgia, and a lot of people when they think sex wax, they think coconut, but the original scent was strawberry, and so I thought I'd add a little, PAA je ne sais quoi to the equation by adding some oud. Since oud is like I love
the thing right now,
and it really is like oud makes like it just heightens a good experience that you're already having. So strawberry oud wood, and it's just a magical combination. And that goes for the other variations on that too. There's the orange spice and oud wood, and then there's the coconut oud wood. I just couldn't stop. Once I started doing it, I was like, I need to do all the sex wax. Like this tribute needs to happen, and so. And I haven't seen much about it in the forums. I don't know if people are talking about these things, but I'd be curious to know what people think of that. And I already know how Scott feels and how Rico feels, but they're my friends. They can't tell me the truth. You guys
come on.
No, so my wife, like I brought this home and she smelled it and she was like, "Oh, dang,
that's important,
amazing." So and it takes a lot to impress my wife as far as scents go. I will say that. So
nice.
It's
speaking of,
and the fact that I have a matching aftershave,
and which almost didn't happen. And I need to give a shout out to Leonard Ibarra. Leonard really saved Christmas, and what I mean by that is he saved the Big Shave West. I, like a jackass, drove halfway to the Big Shave West before we realized we didn't have the aftershave with us, which was supposed to go in all the grab bags. So I'm looking at Fran, and we're both like twitching a little. I'm like, we need to turn around and drive back to Arizona from California right now. I mean, there's no other way around it, but there was another way around it. And that was Leonard. We suddenly remember that Leonard is he lives in the town next door to us. So it's either that or I would have called upon you, Zachary, wherever you are. But Leonard took, he got in, black mask, Slim Jim, broke into our lab, found the boxes, and brought them with him. Thank God. Saturday morning, so I still wasn't sleeping easy. He got there the day of, like an hour before. So it was like, I'm like hoping like his car makes it. I'm praying to all the gods that it would happen, and sure enough, it did. So there was a lot of tension. I mean, there's the microphone issue I had to live through, and then there was the aftershaves. Like, will they show up on time? And they did. Otherwise, I would have had to send an aftershave to. There's 120 bags that were sold, so I would have had to send out 120 aftershaves to people all over the world. It would have been madness. And so I'm glad. Thank you so much, Leonard. If you're watching right now, you really did save the day. And I owe you big time. We all owe you big time, so thank you.
And we also have to say, I think thank you to Khan. I think he was probably the furthest traveling away person to the Big Shave West.
Definitely.
Which is like a 15, 16-hour flight. Kind of crazy. And he was like hanging out, talking to people. Seemed like he got enough rest. I don't know. Probably a lot of coffee.
Such a good sport.
But it was really cool to finally meet Khan in person. He's always got great wisdom when he speaks. We're always like geeking out of, oh yeah, shaving. And then he always brings it to another level that we're like, oh yeah, that was deep. Like, that was cool.
Yeah.
All the people there were amazing. Something that I really enjoyed about Old Town Shaving is they've got a massive collection of Penhaligon's fragrances, which I'm a big fan of Penhaligon's. If I had to knock Penhaligon's, only thing I would say is a lot of their stuff doesn't last very long. And this one is Halfetti, and I fell in love with this. I think they threw this in the swag bags or something. I'm not really sure.
Yep.
This one is fantastic. It's like rose, oud. What is that one? Endymion. Fantastic stuff. And this one lasts all day. It's insane. It's like a parfum. Yeah. It's fantastic. We got any questions going on here? What's going on in the chat? Did Edwin Jagger reveal any new products? Nope. I don't think so.
Nope.
But they did reveal the James Bond case of shaving gear, which should be in cool. Everybody's traveling setup when they go.
I'd never make it through security with that. Yeah. You kidding me?
Someone's asking if they should make shaving part of the curriculum in school. And I don't necessarily think it needs to be part of the curriculum in school, but I do think it needs to be in the Boy Scout handbook. And I do think it should be a merit badge that you have to work for. And those of you who know, I'm really active about this. I actually made my own merit badge for shaving. And I talked to Leisure Guy about writing that section in the Boy Scout handbook if ever that happens. But I've been in touch with the Boy Scouts of America, and I'm trying. No one's taking me serious on this, but I really want to get it in that handbook. So if any of you are Boy Scout leaders out there, pack leaders or whatnot, help me out here. But I want to make it happen. I was actually asked to speak in a Boy Scout jamboree last year. Actually, I don't know if it was a jamboree or a meeting. I can't remember now. But I was a Boy Scout, ladies and gentlemen. That is true. And so that rumor is true. But
they should have two patches. They should have, you actually shaved like a successful shave. But then another one should be like BBS, like when you actually get a BBS shave. Like that would be epic.
Well, the thing is, you don't want these kids working too hard for a BBS. That's something like that finds you. But Steph, you're right. The Girl Scouts too. Although I'm a little disappointed with the Girl Scouts. What's up with the Girl Scouts? Girl Scout cookies. They don't even make the cookies. The corporate cookies that are coming in. I mean, granted, they're delicious, but really? I don't understand. They outsourced the job before it was even popular. Before it was cool. So, well, maybe they're trendsetters there, but at least the Boy Scouts, we were making our own whittled dream catchers and stuff like that, and getting them out. I'm joking. I don't know what the hell Boy Scouts. We weren't selling anything, but it always bothered me the whole cookie
and straight patches. That's funny.
You're right, David. D and straight patches, that'd be great.
There you
go. And you get them while they're young. It'd really be great to start them off right. Because I was a Boy Scout, and I don't remember ever learning how to shave. Granted, what's the motto? Rico, you must know is that Weeb Love?
No, that's right.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Boy Scout. Be prepared, but it's honorable, cleanliness, godliness, so on and so forth.
It's trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Clean, right there for clean. They should. That should be part of it. That's
right there.
That's why I always had Scott with me in Boy Scouts. He was taking notes. I was just like, yeah, what he said. But no, so therefore, I think it really, and it's tradition. It's a traditional shaving, so I think it should be in the book. It's Norman Rockwell on the cover. He was at one point. His artwork. So I think it's in the spirit of the whole thing. It should be in that book, and so that's where I want to see it. Not necessarily in school. Actually, in school, good golly, in school, anyone can get a hold of a DE blade. At least in the Boy Scouts, they're trained how to handle a blade, the tote and chip and whatnot. So it just makes sense. It's an extension of that. And I'm sure it's the same thing with Girl Scouts, Steph. Wherever you are, I know you're out there watching.
Something else.
I never really learned how to appropriately sharpen a knife or anything like that.
Oh, really? Did you get the patch though?
I don't think I ever did.
Yeah,
I got shotgun shooting, rifle shooting, but never knives.
Yeah, that would be. I did actually with a whetstone, and it should be just an extension of that when it comes to straight razor shaves. It's just it's such an easy. It's a no-brainer, So,
the small extension.
So help me out, people. Put the word out there. Let's get this in the Boy Scout handbook. It doesn't need to be my patch at all, but I think it's something that should be in there. And Michael Ham, Leisure Guy, is willing to write that chapter for the Boy Scout handbook.
Even though the mustache, smiley face, blue guy, that the sticker that you've got, that would be a pretty sweet patch to see on
I want to see that.
Well, the patch that we had, or that I have, it's actually still on my website too. You can find it. It's the Mustache and Blade logo. So it's a DE Blade with the mustache on it. And so that's why I'm a little apprehensive about. Well, actually, Mustache and Blade is so far and few these days, it doesn't matter. But I think it'd be a really, and I think it's less of a merit badge and more of an Eagle Scout badge. But regardless, it's a badge that needs to be, and it's something that needs to be in that book.
And hey, I'm involved in Boy Scouts in my area.
Oh, are you? Well, yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. It's the unofficial patch, Scott. Have you seen it on my site?
No,
well, any Boy Scout leader can write me, and I'll send them free patches. The curriculum is going to be up to you, but other than that, let me just see if I can find it on my site right now for a link, so people can see what I'm talking about here.
Something I would like to see.
Quick shout out to Zach.
Yeah, go.
Zach Strickland. Thank you very much for. He just made a donation.
Oh,
so
awesome!
Thank you
Fantastic. I would like to see in the culture, because I've talked to several new guys that get into wet shaving, and it always cracks me up because this is a kind of a misnomer. We call these safety blades, and they always ask, "Can you cut yourself?" And it cracks me up because I'm like, man, we have wussified our culture so bad. Like, of course you can cut yourself. It's a blade, man. You're sticking a blade on your face.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think we've wussified our culture at all. I think we've held back. We've dumbed down our culture, but I don't think we definitely wussified. We're just not teaching people how to handle blades anymore. We give them cartridge razors. Well, you don't even have to think how to shave with it, So I don't know. Maybe that's one and the same now that I'm saying it out loud. but that's the link right over there, Scott. But I am bothered by a little bit of the wussified things. Some stuff it's like, some stuff still just makes sense to me. But one thing that is wussified and definitely gets the wussified tag is those man buns. I saw a guy actually wearing them. I thought it was a joke. And I drove my neighbor. It's like 6 houses down. It might have been real, but it didn't look real. And he was like, he looked like a samurai warrior. He was like skipping around with his son. And I was like, no, was that what? I almost pulled the car over and stopped and had to ask him. But that stuff is, that's just weird. If it's a clip-on.
So what's worse, mom jeans or the man bun? We'll just throw that out there to the chat out there.
Skinny jeans or the man bun?
Yeah.
No, I know what jeans you're talking about. Those aren't skinny jeans. Those are Obama wore those, I think, too, at one point. No, there's a picture of him wearing mom jeans.
Oh, gosh. That's funny.
And I'm not getting political in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying. Like, this is what the man was photographed wearing. And that's cool.
I don't know. My next door neighbor has a man bun and a full beard
and mom jeans.
I want to pin him down and just
lop
that thing off.
Yeah. But, well, it happens, I guess.
Yeah, be my cousin too. So.
God, it gets worse. Did you see the link over on the side, Scott?
Yes, I did. I got it. I'm gonna have to pick some of those up for my.
Well, just let me know how many you need, and let's
awesome.
Let's do it.
Nathan, let's do it.
So, okay, well, folks, I'm sorry. Rico's back. Rico's back.
What we got?
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna extend today's show for a minute. We got 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Nathan,
I'm gonna have to text my wife really quick and let him know. I have 5 more minutes.
That's how I switch that around.
Hey, Nathan Clark.
Turn it around. Turn the camera around.
Turn around, Nathan.
What do you use on the phone?
No, it's showing like our messy table.
I like it.
Did I just say I use on the phone?
How's it going, man? What are you eating?
We just looked up Nathan Clark's nose.
Grandma Sycamore's bread. Grandma Sycamore's bread is like the best bread in the world.
I'm intrigued by this table. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, is that
mail?
Drug paraphernalia? What's going on?
We got mail. We've got.
All right, you guys continue.
Okay.
Well, apparently Nathan Clark is with us
in spirit.
We're looking at some of his bills. Look, he's got bills to pay, people.
Yeah, buy his brushes, guys.
And I'm glad he popped in because he made the official shave brush of the big shave, and it was the logo itself matches. It was
it's beautiful.
I'm hearing an echo. Is that me?
It might be.
It's gone now. It's gone. Okay. But yeah, he made the matching shave brushes for the event. And if you've seen his new design, the Chalice, it's a sexy brush. So I don't know what this was just now. It was like, whatever. But it was a whole package deal. And that's why this year really rocked too, is we kept adding more to the grab bag. So to leave with the shave soap, the aftershave, and now a brush, I can only imagine what we're going to be leaving with next year. Maybe Australia's, or I don't know. We need to talk to Nate's. of Nate Straits. But
maybe roundtable people
Be a
action
lot of work.
figures.
oh no, good golly, we'll never hear the end of that.
I don't want people poking me in their bedroom.
Yeah,
no, not cool. Ryan C. and Green had this picture of him on Instagram. There was someone slapping him, like he was on someone's lap and he was being slapped. It was like a joke. It was something going on. But the following he got after that, he had to delete that account. Like people were, So and by people, I mean men with those buns were. No, I don't know. No disrespect to guys who wear man buns. I still don't believe they're real. But we got another view of the table here.
We got the table.
I love this.
Is that basil? You don't grow your own basil? Get out of here!
We got
people. We're winding down. I want to thank all of you for joining us today. I want to thank all of you that got to participate at the Big Shave West. I want to thank all of you that are considering going next year, and I know you will. Make travel plans now. As Rich said in his video, it's. I think it was you and Rich, Rico, and Rich was saying make plans. Or maybe it was with Con, but regardless, make plans for next year's Big Shave West. Now it happens the same weekend every year, which is the penultimate. Is it the fourth weekend?
Fourth weekend in. No, I guess it's the third weekend. So penultimate, we'll say, weekend in April every year. So look at the calendar, plan ahead for this year's coming up, and be there. It was such fun. And, I think this is going to be our last episode where we're talking about the Big Shave West. But, I mean, you got to understand, unless you were there, you don't the excitement it doesn't wane yet, So thank you again to everyone that was there. And thank you again to Mr. Stathatos, Damon, for hosting this event. Really, he puts his heart and soul into it every year, works his butt off to make this happen for us. And he really doesn't make that much off the event for what it is. So he really is he's just got a big heart, and he's just really passionate about the hobby. And I appreciate what Damon does behind the scenes so much. And so, Rico, you can take it from here.
Well, I guess if we are wrapping down, I am no longer the Ginger Douglas, so thanks for having me.
Oh, that's right. Well, you can't say that in this tuna. Where does that come from?
Okay, so David Munoz, his little kids, they are super loving kids, and they will hug on you all day long, which is kind of cool.
I have bruises still.
But they, for whatever reason, when I had my beard, they kept saying, "Hey, Rico," and then they said Douglas, and I said, "No, I'm not Douglas. I don't even look like Douglas." And then we had like a weird thing at Damon's kind of party. Before the event, he invited a whole bunch of people over, and we had like a cool party at his house. And Douglas and I are standing next to each other, and people are like, yeah, kind of Ginger. I don't know how the Ginger Douglas thing got started, but supposedly with the beard, I look like one of us are the long lost brother of somebody. And
of the other.
Yeah,
that's weird.
It is very weird. So
that's why he really shaved. He couldn't hack or hang with the Ginger Douglas.
There you go.
So, which I think is fair enough. So take us out of here.
So I don't know how you guys normally end this, but I need some coffee.
You don't watch the show?
I do watch the show. Not often. But thanks for having me on. Scott, where can people find you at?
People can find me at thecleanshaver.com.
Cleanshaver.com. And where can they donate? I know we'll have the link. Somebody posted it on the side, but for your son, Noah.
So we'll just put a link here in the video here. It's bit.ly/Noah with the capital N fundraiser with the capital F.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gonzo.
Gonzo put it over here in the chat if you guys are following us there. And we've got the Captain Douglas Smythe feeling better from the antibiotics.
Much better.
Where can people find you at?
You can find me at the Marriott Hotel in Sierra Vista, Arizona currently. Aside from that, you can find me at phoenixartsandaccoutrements.com or phoenixshaving.com or crownkingShaving.com or I'm joking around. But that's where you can find me. And the link for one of them is right here.
And as always, I am Rico from Rico's Corner. You can find me at all social media sites on some various level of Rico's Corner or our corner or whatever. But thanks for being here, guys. If you have any other questions, just feel free to ask us, and hope to see you guys next year at the Big Shave West. Thanks,
42,
everybody. Episode 42, and had a great time here today. Good to see everybody. Enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
Peace out.